Hello, everybody, students, friends, people from all around the world. I'm very happy to see you again here every Tuesday for our live class with English Academy. Today, tonight, this morning, this afternoon, depending on where you are right now, we have some very special news. And I know I always say this, and you say, John, you always have special news, but these special news are more special than usually, right? Because today we have just out of the oven a fantastic course with the teacher that is with us in this session, but I'll share more details in just a second. For now, I want to say hi to everyone in the chat. I see everyone very active today, sharing comments. I want to know from 0 to 100, how excited you are right now about PlatziConf this Saturday. Tell me in the chat from 0 to 100 how excited you are about PlatziConf this Saturday. Remember that if you are in Bogota and you wanted to participate in person, you should have registered yourself first, right? Those who are in other places that are not Bogota, you can watch us live. This is the first hybrid event transmission after the pandemic that we do at this level. We're going to have thousands of students in person in Bogota and other hundreds of thousands of students watching us live from different parts of the world. I don't know, but I'm just extremely excited to see all these people in person. I'm gonna be there to meet some students, to have a good time, to learn from the experts. And I can see here in the chat already some really cool excitement. We have 100. Daniela says 100. Of course, Gina Pedraza. I'm so happy to know that Gina Pedraza, right, is excited to be at the conf. We also have Ariel says 100. Alfonso says 100. Sebas Achuri says 80%. That's good. 100% for Diego as well. Christian, 100%. 1 billion, I would say. Java, he says that he is excited to see everyone from English Academy. That really warms my heart. Java, thank you. Danive says 100%, of course. Kron says 50-50, of course. Yeah, we're getting there. So I don't know. G, from 1 to 100, from 0 to 100, how excited are you for PlatziConf this Saturday?
Hi, Johnny. Hi, everyone. I don't know if I can put it into numbers.
Right?
I think it surpasses 100, definitely. So excited to get to see our students, our wonderful community of creators, of learners, of Platzi-nauts, of everything. The Platzi community is so diverse, and so excited to know that a lot of people from even different parts of the world, not just from Bogota, are coming to be with us this week.
I know, right? So I have the feeling that on Friday, I'm traveling on Friday. I have the feeling that I'm going to be on Friday at the airport with people full of Platzi shirts at the airport.
And Platzi hoodies also.
Platzi hoodies. And I'm going to be like, oh my God, where am I going? What is happening? That's my dream. So if you're traveling to the conf, make that dream come true for me, please. I'm joking. This is an open event for everyone. If you're in Bogota, remember you need your ticket. If you're somewhere else in the world, remember you need your active subscription to Platzi to be able to attend and participate in this fantastic event. And G, there's a couple more things that made me as excited as that. And the thing is that today, something very special happened today, just a couple of minutes ago, in our platform. We did something with a particular course. And I want you to tell us what is it that happened just a couple of minutes ago, because you took part of that. You participated, you actively participated in that. So G, What is it that we did in Bogota a couple months ago that we launched minutes ago?
What could it be? Well, I am extremely happy to say that after a couple of what was it, weeks, yes, months of hard work, if we include everything related to post-production as well, we are finally able to see our workshop on work elements and expressions. This is going to be the third course, if I'm not mistaken, Johnny, or one of the first 5 courses, right? That our students will be able to see in our learning path. This is a course for A1 students, but also for any other student that wants to learn and review vocabulary related to work at a more basic level. This is a wonderful workshop. So many different familiar faces and new faces that you will be able to see in this workshop. A lot of practice activities. I am so happy, so excited to bring this to our Platzi Learning Path at English Academy. I think you're going to find a lot of value in it, especially if you are pursuing some opportunities, some work or professional opportunities in other companies that speak English, or if you want the challenge of learning how to communicate and recognize different elements in an office in English. So excited. And also today's class is going to be related to one of the classes that you can see in that workshop. So after so much hard work, it's true.
Yes.
The reality.
Yes. Gee, it is happening. Like you mentioned, lots of familiar faces. You will really enjoy this course. So go ahead and tell the world that you are taking this course. I just shared in the comment section, a tweet. So go ahead, go into Twitter, retweet, and tell the world that this course is out. We did this course based on your comments, based on the things you wanted to see, you needed to see. And this is a basic workshop to practice vocabulary and expressions related to your first day at work and work elements in a basic environment. So go ahead in Twitter, go into Twitter, retweet, share with the world, and show how excited you are. Okay. And I want to take this to the next level, Gian, is that I want you go to Twitter, share the news, and also share there your feedback on the course. I really want to read your comments and tell me, hey, John, Gina, I really enjoyed this. Do more of these things. And that's going to help us create even more engaging and interactive courses and workshops in the future. So don't forget to go into Twitter, share the news, go into Platzi, take this course, and let us know what you think. And now that we are getting ready for the conf, Jean, now that we are getting ready for this amazing workshop that we just launched minutes ago, like it's fresh out of the oven, it is also very important to remind our students about something that is already happening. And it's a very important challenge to really, really become a superhero, like a rock star. This challenge is one of those that you honestly get superpowers, like no joking, right? G, tell us everything about this challenge. Students can still sign up, participate, and really become superheroes. So if you want to become a superhero, listen to G.
I bet you're already superheroes in your own way, but in English.
In English, yes.
Superhero. As you know, we try to always come with inspiring activities, motivate you through our community challenges. And this month, of course, was not the exception. You're going to have the link there in the chat to our English Skills Championship. So you could be a superhero or a champion as well.
Or what about both? Imagine
yes.
that.
Both. 2 for the price of 1. What is the idea? That every week you practice a different skill to become the master, a pro, a champion, listening, speaking, writing, reading. Go ahead and check out the link to the landing page. You'll find all the instructions, the recommended activities and courses, Also, the invitation, because you will earn extra points to be in all of our community spaces like this one, but also practice sessions, voice chats, and meetups. So go ahead, check it out. And I hope that you read very carefully the part where you will see the prizes for the winners, for our top 3 students, because every challenge, of course, has a reward. So, well, aside from the pleasure of expanding your knowledge and learning new skills, you will have some interesting prizes there. So please go ahead and check it out. You still have time to participate. Don't worry about the deadline. Just get to working because there's still time, and we can't wait to see who those winners will be.
G, yes, I cannot wait to see who are the champions of this fantastic challenge. The truth is that if you do these challenges, with dedication, with perseverance, the word challenge means that it's not going to be easy, but all the good things in life require some effort. So I cannot wait to see the skills that our students are going to develop with this challenge. So there's still time to participate and to become the next champion or superhero or both, if you will. So thanks, G, for sharing the details. I already left in the comment section the link to both things, to the tweet, so you can go and share the news on this new workshop that we just launched, and the challenge, so you can become the next superhero and champion. So going back, G, to this fantastic course that we just launched, and I really want everyone to take it this week or at least within the next 2 weeks and share their feedback. Today, we will be talking about office vocabulary, and we'll be talking about these elements that are around us all the time at home, or if we go to an in-person place or like an office, right? All these elements that are always around us that sometimes we don't know how to refer to in English. We'll be learning that today with G. So G, I'm ready. I'm ready to practice some vocabulary, and something important is that you need to take some notes of this vocabulary that you're going to learn, because I prepared an activity for the end of this live class. We're going to play together and you will need this vocabulary. So you better take notes.
I have no idea what the activity is, but it might be a challenge as well. So take notes, always important that you keep your notes handy for the end of the class, but also for you to add to your vocabulary, to your personal dictionaries. So let's go ahead and get started. You'll be able to see my presentation. And like Johnny mentioned, today we're talking about office vocabulary. So what are we gonna see here? Well, first, let's start with the types of office layouts. As what types of offices can we find out there when we go into the world of offices? I know we're very comfortable working from home, but you have to know that there are different types of layouts or ways that the spaces are built so that people can work from there. The first type is open offices. So as you can see in the picture, people can see each other. They're sitting next to one another. There's different, of course, different equipment, their computers and laptops, but it's very approachable. As you can see your colleagues, you can see your coworkers, you are near one another. You can turn around and say, "Hey, what's up? What are you doing? Let's go grab coffee," or, take a break for a little bit. These are open offices. But we also have, and these are also very popular, closed offices. So when we think about businesses like call centers, you will see that the type of layout is a closed office where people are separated by cubicles or some type of wall or window, but there is a separation. The idea is that workers can focus more on what they're doing, maybe not have distractions, or also not hear as the noise or what other people are saying, the noise they're producing. So that is the idea. With closed offices, to have a little more privacy, to have workers concentrate and focus a little more on what they're doing. Now, if you have a special preference, let us know in the chat. Would you rather work in an open office or a closed office space? And of course, we have one of my favorites, home offices, which have become much more popular and also more accessible in the past years. Of course, due to the pandemic, many workers had to work from home, but now it's not an obligation. It can also be a benefit. Now we're doing it because we feel more comfortable being at home, having our different spaces to relax, but also to work, being close to the refrigerator, which can be dangerous. I don't know, Johnny, how you feel about being so close to your kitchen. Has that made a difference in your diet, in how many snacks you get each day compared to before when you were going to an office? I don't know. Has that been a temptation for you to open the fridge?
So here's the thing why at the beginning it was, but now, I mean, it was the first time my job at Platzi, it was the first time I was facing a remote job. So of course, at the beginning, I was living at a different place as well. And my studio, my office was next to the kitchen. Like I could see the counter and the fridge from my, my desk. Now I'm living at a new place and the kitchen is quite far from where I am. Like I need to cross the hallway I need to cross 2 rooms, the hallway and a corridor to find a kitchen. So if I want to eat, I need to be very intentional, right? So yeah, my diet has changed since I moved to this new place.
So you have kind of a closed office in your home office.
Correct. This is an office. Like I can close the door and the windows and nobody will know that I'm here except those thousands of people. But it's a confined space where I can concentrate on my things.
Well, I think there's a lot of support for home offices in the chat. Yeah. I like this comment. Alfonso says, I was not bored from Enid. Sam, Jorge, I think Jay Torres, a lot of love for home offices or open offices. And Alfonso mentioned something interesting. Closed offices are not good or recommended for people who suffer from claustrophobia. Yes, feeling maybe trapped between those walls and small cubicles is not the best. Let's see, home office has been one of the best discoveries. I work from my home and I love it, says Contacto 219761. Interesting username. So I love that. There's a lot of support for home offices, and it's nice that you feel comfortable while working, hopefully being productive and, well, being careful of those temptations of the fridge being close by. Now that we have seen the different types of offices, how about we talk about the things we can find in an office? What are those elements, those items that we can find in an office, regardless of the type? Most offices will have these same elements or items. So this is something that you will see more of in my new workshop, Elements and Work Expressions. So go ahead and check it out. The link is already in the chat. You'll have the opportunity to see me and the wonderful Jess Harris, Dean of our Platzi English Academy, taking a tour of an office. So go ahead and check it out. If you want to continue practicing, check it out after the class because we're going to review a lot of those here as well. So let's start with talking about devices. We can find different things in offices, but one of the most popular, because we do need them for work, are devices, electronical devices, right? And the first one would be one of my favorites that I use every single day, a laptop. A laptop. Now, what does this allow you to do? You have the freedom to take your laptop, work on a desk, but also you can work from a sofa or a chair. We have the freedom to move with our laptops. And as technology has advanced, they have become lighter and lighter. So you can take them in your backpack, go out and work from any different place. They're easy to carry. And well, they have, of course, all of the components that you would need in a computer in order to do what you have to do, whether it's for work or also for entertainment. But that's the first one, a laptop. I'm curious, do you work with laptops or do you prefer to work on a desktop? In my case, laptops, but we do have to admit that desktops have other benefits. They usually are faster, they have more memory or storage because they're built for heavier work, if we can say that. They also have bigger screens. So if you work with a lot of visual elements, this might be a better option. Of course, you can't take it out so easily. You can't move around. That's why it has the word desk in its name, because it has to stay there, fixed to your desk. Now, we do have lighter options, but the idea is that it stays fixed. And I'm seeing in the chat, okay, opinions are divided between working on a laptop and a desktop. Let's go with our next device, and that is a monitor. Now, if you need to have an even better visual of what is happening and what you need to be working on, for example, here, if you're coding, then a monitor is a great tool. Now, I'm not a programmer, but I do love my monitor. Now it seems like one screen is just not enough for what we need to do and all the things we need to see at the same time. So for example, with this screen, I am seeing your comments, I'm seeing the chat, I can see John, but with this one, with my monitor over here, I'm able to see my presentation. So let us know, do you use a monitor? I have to tell you, it is life-changing. I love it. I feel I am much more productive, and it's difficult now to work with just one screen. I don't know, Johnny, if you feel the same, because I know you have more than two. I think you have your laptop, maybe a tablet, and like two monitors. I have seen your work setup at home, and it is amazing. It is very professional.
Well, G, there are times that I feel like I need more because there's just so many things happening. And especially when you are live, there's so many things that you need to be attentive to. So I have, for example, I have my camera there. I have my laptop there. I have my monitor there, which is quite large. So I can even split it and have two mini screens. And I have my tablet here. Sometimes when I'm live, I also use my phone. If for whatever reason I need my tablet for something else to take notes or something. So yeah, that's my usual setup. And when I travel and I carry only my laptop with me, I need to admit it isn't easy to readjust to only one screen. It takes some time. And I feel sometimes that I'm not as fast as I am normally when I have multiple monitors. But yeah, that's my reality.
in the comments, our students are talking about their preferences, monitors. And one of our students says, we need some monitors like Tony Stark's office. I think we can change
Pretty
that
much.
for John's office because he seems to have a lot. I would recommend that you apply sunscreen because you have so much light
That's
coming in
true.
from your screens.
That is so true. Plus, I also have two giant lights for my, recording setup. So
You need sunscreen. Excellent. Well, I can see there's a preference as well for monitors here. I lost a comment that I was here. Anea says, I rather go dual, a laptop plus a monitor. Lovely. Yes, that's a good combo there. Now, let's see what else we have. A keyboard. This one, of course, well, part of the laptop, but we also have independent or wireless keyboards. In my case, I love my wireless keyboard because it allows me to have less cables and just move around and play with it. So I can even write without looking at the screen. Of course, I have to be careful and see what in the end I typed and what I wrote. But it's great because it does allow that feeling of soft writing. Now you can see, not writing, typing. A lot of keyboards now have this great technology where you're able to not have to type so hard as maybe 10 years ago in those very hard keys that at the end of a long day you felt like your fingers actually hurt. It was like a workout. No, now we have these very accessible, affordable, and really great keyboards out there. So that's an essential. That's a must. We need it. Unless you're watching videos all day, and I think we're not. We're either learning, we're participating, we're chatting. We need our keyboards. And I can see comments related to mechanic keyboards, great. And for gaming as well. I have seen those. They're very cool with some awesome lights, and the proportions are different because you're not using it for work, but for gaming. So I'm not the expert there, but thanks for bringing that one up. Yes. And of course, what makes a great pair? A keyboard and a mouse. We need those. I highly recommend ergonomic. Yes, because working all day can develop some stiffness or problems in your hands, your wrists. So make sure that whether it's a wireless keyboard or mouse, you find some that are very comfortable and ergonomic. Like I mentioned before, you can find many options in the market now that are very affordable. So part of working is also making sure that you work well, that you take care. Yes, that you're productive, but that you're also paying attention to your health. And well, our wrists can suffer after long days in the office. So make sure that you find ergonomic devices as well. Now, speaking of working and gaming, a headset is another must for either activity. Now, a headset, I didn't say earphones, right? Or I didn't mention a microphone. I said a headset because it includes the two. You find many, many options out there. Also some that light up, and wow, they do wonderful things now. But a basic headset that has a good audio quality, but also a great microphone is so useful for our office space. Again, if you don't like a lot of cables, then you can get a wireless one that connects via Bluetooth, and it'll make your interactions, your daily communication with colleagues or friends that you meet online much, much easier. So a good headset is also recommended. Now, let's talk about furniture. Yes, we have a lot of devices, but we couldn't really work without proper furniture. And the first one, of course, is a good office chair. Now, this one in particular looks very fancy and I don't know how ergonomic, but it looks comfortable. He seems very comfortable working from his home or a very nice open office maybe. But you need an office chair. we spend so many hours of our days sitting here that we cannot afford for our back health, yes, our neck health, for our joints, for everything. We cannot afford to work on a dining table chair, right? A dining chair, or a sofa, something that is not built or meant for sitting long hours. So make sure if you're working from home that you take the time to select a good office chair. Your neck, your back, your hips, they will thank you later. Let's go ahead and check out more furniture options. A desk, also a must. Yes, sometimes it's nice to change the setting or where you're working. Maybe some people can work from their beds. Me personally, I find it very difficult, but I know some people feel comfortable doing that, working from a comfy sofa, working from a kitchen counter. But in the end, it's better if you have a space that is just dedicated for your work or study. And that is a desk where you keep everything you need handy. Yes, if you need your keyboard, your mouse, a notepad, some speakers, your phone, the cables that you're going to be using, it's better that you have them in one place, very organized, and that would be your desk. Now this one, very stylish, a little maybe minimalistic, right? Not so many things, not so colorful. It has the basics, and it looks like this could also be a adjustable or standing desk, right? Which have become so popular because we don't want to spend so much time sitting. Like I mentioned before, not so good for your back health. So a lot of employees are now asking or buying their own standing desks. I have to admit, I searched for some, but they're very pricey. They're very expensive. So it's an investment on your health, but you have to save money. As they're the good ones, they're pricey. But if you can, definitely a good option as well. A nice chair and a very comfortable, nice desk for you to work in. Let's see the next one. If you are a reader, and also if you're not, a bookcase can come in very handy for decoration, but also for you to have one place to store your different items. Now, you can have plants there, you can have magazines, notepads. It's not just for books, but of course the main purpose is for you to store all of your different books in your bookcase, keeping it very organized, knowing that whatever you want to find, you can find it in one place, because having books all around your house, it can get messy. I speak from experience. So it's nice to have them in one organized place. And like I mentioned, it also looks very nice. If you are working remotely and you're going to have your cameras on, then it's always nice to have a nice bookcase nearby with your nice collection of your books that you have at home. Now, we have talked about furniture. Let's go ahead and talk about office decor. Office decor, decoration or decorative items for your office, because you want to add a little style, right? It is your office after all. Then why don't you give it a little bit of a personal touch, something that makes it feel more like you. Let's go ahead and see the first one. Plants. Not only do they make for really nice decoration, but they also add life, literally life to your space. How about a nice cactus? Yes, if you're looking for something that is not so difficult to take care of, but you find so many different options. Orchids always look beautiful. Make sure that you find what speaks about your style or about you as a person. But plants are always a great addition to any office space. Now, not only the plants, but also the plant pots. those can make a big difference. You can find a lot of different styles as well for plant pots. Very colorful options. Some are geometrical and some are more classic, like the ones that you can see here in this picture. They definitely add that touch of life and color to this person's space. Let's see the next one. A nice cool lamp. It could be modern. It could be a little more traditional. It could be industrial. You decide the different type of style. A lamp, not only is it functional, because if you're going to be working at night or in an office that is a little dark, as there's not so much natural light coming in, then a lamp is a decorative item, but it's also functional and useful. And there you go. In the picture, it is highlighting the plant. So it's also helping us highlight those other items that we have in our office space. Okay, let's see how we're doing in the chat. Let's see if we have any questions. Jay Torres says, what is the difference between a bookcase and a library? Oh, good question. Some people call it the same, but in English, when we think of a library, we think of a space that is not in your home, but really it's outside where you go to either borrow some books. Yeah, some libraries, well, most libraries will lend books. I don't know if some libraries sell books. Maybe they might have a collection of books that you can purchase. But when we think about a library, we immediately think of a place that is just for that, for a big collection of books around different topics: history, social studies, math, physics, yes, about everything. But people do have their home libraries, and the bookcase usually not so big. So think about the size as well, Jay. Bookcases are not that big. They come in different styles, and the idea is for them to serve that, mainly that unique purpose. But like I mentioned before, you can add other items as well. You can add a lamp to your bookcase. Bookcases are also not just fixed to the floor, but you can find bookshelves that you could put up on your walls, and they can also serve as, well, floating bookcases. Let's call it that. I hope that helped you understand the difference a little more. A library, we think of a place. A bookcase, we think of furniture, yes, that will allow you to, well, store and organize all your books and magazines there. Do we have any more questions, Johnny?
I actually do have a question myself, and is it the same to say bookshelf or bookcase? Are those the same things? This comes from something that I read in the chat.
Yeah, like I just mentioned, yes, they're both items of furniture, but a bookcase usually is standing, yes, and it is supported on your floor, right? It stands on its own. But shelves, you can put them up on your wall, and not necessarily just for books, but you can also have something that I will show you in a moment. You can also put them up in bookshelves or shelves, right? So they are floating. They appear to be floating on your wall. But the bookcase, usually it is supported on the floor. It's standing, not floating.
I was trying to mimic the floating thing, with my hands, and then I realized that doesn't make any sense, John. But yeah, that's what I meant. That shelves can floatate, like those that you attach to the wall. That was what I meant with my mimics.
Yes, one floats, the other one is there, fixed, standing.
So like this one, for example, like the one that I have. Oh, the other way. Yeah.
So what? Don't say it. Don't say it, Johnny. Let's do a little test to see if students can tell the difference. What does John have? Is it a bookshelf or is it a bookcase? Let us know in the comments, and we will check in a little bit.
It's live question. It's live quiz time.
It's a real quiz. Let's see, what else do we have? Adonai says he's getting some plants.
Mhm.
A cactus is yes, cactuses are popular. Alfonso says he needs a new lamp. Jay says he has animal photos. Aw, nice. A rubber duck is essential for coders, says Briomex. I recently learned about that rubber ducking, so yes, now I get it. And Alexander says he prefers an office with a large window instead of a closed room. I agree with that. I agree. Having some nice natural light come in is always positive, not only for your eye health, yes, because you're not forcing your sight so much, but also because I think it helps with your energy. You don't feel tired. When you're in a dark room, you feel a little low on energy. But
Yeah,
natural
that's true.
light definitely lifts your energy, your spirits.
Hmm.
Johnny, our students are saying you have a bookcase. Are they right or wrong?
Yes, that is correct. And it's not a virtual background, in case you were wondering. It is, and I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove it
Please
because at
grab a
some
book from that
I,
bookcase.
yeah, at some point somebody asked me, "Oh, that's a virtual background with a nice green screen." Check this. This is real.
Wow.
Ta-da! Magic, right?
Now, that's
It
also
won't
the
happen.
beauty of a bookcase. You can reach
True.
it because it is at usually this height, your sitting height. A
Mhm.
bookshelf, you would have to stand up, right? And then reach for that book that you need. Very good. Good answers there, team. Let's continue with our next item of decor. And I think our students mentioned this in the chat already. But in case you are not sure what this is a framed picture. We also call them picture frames or just pictures or frames for short. But these are framed pictures. You can download them from online, you can buy them at different decor stores, or you can also print your own photos, your own personal pictures and photos. It's always nice to have some art, right? It's also a great way to show a little bit of your personality. As what do you like? What colors describe your space and what you enjoy seeing in your offices? Well, we spend a lot of time there, so it's good to have something there that you like seeing every day. And here we have an option, a framed picture. We don't know if it's the woman who owns the office in that picture or if it's just a model. But the colors are geometrical, they go nice with the pictures. Let's see what else our students are saying. They're asking about books. Oh, wow, I have books on everything, but I like a lot of psychology related books. Novels are always great. That could be a good topic for another class. We focus just on books. Well, team, you have done a really great job so far. Now it's time to practice. Put that knowledge to the test. See if you were paying attention, if you were taking notes. I'm going to show you here a GIF, and you're going to tell me, in this case, where is or what is the monkey sitting on? This one's easy. I hope we all get this one right. Let's go ahead and check in the chat. We have a cute, in my opinion, cute monkey. Maybe others will think differently. What is he sitting on? Let's see if we get some answers there in the chat. I like his little face. He seems happy, I guess. Well, he's sitting on an office chair, and it looks like a comfortable one. I'm kind of envious. It looks like an executive office chair. Very good. For those who commented correctly. Let's go with the next one. This woman is pointing at what? What is she pointing at? Let's see in the chat. Quickly to see if you were taking notes or not. What is she pointing at? Remember, we said it has a larger screen, probably more storage. It's faster, as you can't move it around. We can move it around, but it's probably a really good option if you need to have a lot of, very good. I can see already the right answer there. A desktop. A desktop, right? Is not a monitor because it is its own computer. A monitor helps enhance or expand your visual, but is not really a computer that works on its own. But a desktop is. It is its own computer. Let's check the next one. Oh, look at this girl. She's happy. And behind her, she has a nice big what? She seems like she's sitting on the floor, right? So, what is behind her is resting, yes, on the floor. It is not floating. There's a clue. We recently talked about it. John has one behind him. Very good. It is a bookcase. Well done. And I really like hers actually. She has some artistic, maybe like, what does she have there? Materials for drawing or painting, I can see there. And her guitar. Very good. Now, final recommendation or reminder. This and more vocabulary will be available in my new workshop. Work expressions and elements. Make sure that you check it out. You're going to learn a lot of new vocabulary related to offices, to working with other people, starting a new job in English. It's really, really great. A really great space or course and content for you to check out if you're interested in improving those skills and in the future working in a company where you will have to use English. So go ahead and click on that link. And it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure speaking about this topic. And now it is time for our game or challenge or quiz. I don't know what John has in store for us. Johnny, I think we can't hear you.
Oh,
Are you playing again? Are you doing the mimics again?
I was rehearsing. I was getting ready for my role, you know. Gee, I'm happy to see that our students were participating. We're actively playing, you know, a crucial role in this mini quiz that you just presented. Thank you for sharing this vocabulary and these wonderful examples. It is now time to put this to the test. So we are going to play a classic game, okay? But there is a challenge for this game, and is that we have to use some of the vocabulary we practiced today. So I will do the first round, okay? And the purpose of this game, you know it, is to guess what Gina will be acting out. So G, I will send you via DM a message with a very short sentence, very, very short. You need to act it out. You will have 60 seconds. We will have a timer on screen, okay? And the hint is that this sentence contains vocabulary that we used in the class today. Okay, so that way our students can have an idea, okay? And everything will be related to our work spaces, offices, environment, okay? Vocabulary from the class. Of course, you need more words, right? You need prepositions and you need nouns and things like that. But the vocabulary is focused on this class. Does that make sense?
Okay, perfect. But it's a sentence, yes?
It is a sentence. You can tell the people how many words your sentence has, okay? And I'm sending you the message via DM right now, okay, G? So you can tell your students, okay? Once I tell you, you know, that it's ready to go, you can mimic with your hands the number of words, okay? You cannot talk. This is charades, okay? So you cannot talk, okay?
Excellent. Okay, let's do it.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, perfect. Now, Diego will do his magic and the counter right? The stopwatch will appear. So, perfect. G, go ahead. You have 60 seconds.
Where's the sentence? I don't see it.
I send it via DM. Oh, DM on Slack.
Oh, here on Zoom, please.
Okay, Zoom. Okay, sent. Diego, can we start it again, please?
Yes,
There
please.
you go.
Okay, team, focus, everyone.
And go. Okay. 5 words. 5 words. Okay. Remember, it's about the vocabulary we practiced. Okay, look at what she's doing. And the Oscar goes to. Oh, look at that. Interesting. Okay. Nice. In the chat, I already see a couple of comments. Okay. Oh, okay. No much time left. No much time left. Okay. We're running out of time. Office chair. All right, chair. My chair hurt me. Ronald, you're close. My chair hurt me. Oh my goodness. And time's up. Time's up. People, we have a comment that is very, very close. My chair is giving me a backache. My office chair is uncomfortable. G, what is the sentence?
I think they got it. The original sentence is, my office chair isn't comfortable, but saying uncomfortable is a different way of saying the same. So I think they got it, John.
Yes, definitely. Okay.
Very
now,
good.
G, are you ready for the next one?
Let's do it.
Okay. Now, what I want you to do is also, I want you to think about one for me, because this isn't fair if I don't play. Okay.
Sure.
And, you know, I'm very competitive. And after we do this round, I want our students to make one for either of us and to choose who is going to be that person. Okay. So for now, start thinking about yours. Let's go. Let's do one more. And then we do one with the students. Okay.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So I'm leveling this up, G. Okay. I'm sending you the sentence here on Zoom. Okay.
Oh my God. What? This is.
But it makes sense. It makes sense. Read between words. I mean, there's a word that has 2 minutes. You know what I mean?
Am I counting correctly?
With
8. It's hard, but okay, let's give it a shot.
I know you can do this, G. Okay, and let's restart the timer. Diego, please. And
you're terrible. This is very
ready.
hard.
60 seconds. Diego only, not 90, just 60. The other way around. Let's flip. There you go. And go, G. This is gonna be hilarious because this can have 2 minutes now that I'm thinking.
That's the first part.
Yes, Nulish. 8 words in this sentence that G is mimicking. Look at that. Oh, my mouse. Jessica says my mouse. Okay, has to do with the mouse. Let's see. She's pointing at something. She's pointing at things. Yes, Julian. Mouse. I have to stay in my office at 8 o'clock. Not quite, Jonathan. That is the animal my mom hates. That's very creative.
No,
She's
so
pointing at something. My mom looks like a bunny. Okay.
my mom. How did we get that?
How
No.
did we get there? Time's up. My mouse looks very nice for my beautiful office.
Yes, he got the word office, which I was trying to hint. That mouse is in the office, says Landres.
Mm-hmm.
My mouse is wonderful at my office, says Jessica.
Ooh, that was close. G. I have to admit that this one was a bit more challenging. But what was the
Yes.
sentence?
Just think about how terrible John is. The sentence was, there is a mouse in my kitchen office.
I mean, it was challenging, but at the same time, I was thinking about a mouse in the kitchen, and then I said, like, yeah, of course, you can have a kitchen office, right?
I think you got very creative with that one, but it's time for payback because you said you wanted to do one, right? So
Okay, let's do it.
let's see. I'm going to get very creative. And I'm going to
Okay.
write, I'm going to send you the message there.
Okay. Yeah, I like Jill was pointing at the kitchen behind, just in case. I mean, you couldn't see the
But it's
kitchen,
a
but
little blurry, so it's difficult. Okay, I have my
and
sentence ready.
and I want our students, I'm gonna hide the chat so they can do the next round with me too. And that way, if I don't see the chat, give Gina some ideas for this next round is her idea. And the next round, it's your idea. So I'm gonna cover the chat. I'm not looking at the chat right now. I won't be able to tell anything. Okay. And then G, you choose the next one. And that way it's 2 and 2. Okay.
Sure, let's see. Let's see if we have
Okay.
time, if I have time to
Okay, let's do
to be
it.
in the game in the next two
Okay.
rounds. But you have
Perfect.
one already. I already sent you the sentence. This is payback. It's
Oh
karma.
my. Okay, I'm ready. Diego, I'm ready when the timer is. Okay. Oof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jesus. Okay, 10. Up. um. mm, oh my God. Uh,
Hmm.
how can Gina? Um, I'm gonna stand up. I'm 100% committed with this. That's all I can think of.
It's good. Yes,
Right?
it's
It
good. It's
makes
good.
sense. Um,
Students are saying money, sandwich. I close my laptop. Time is up.
I
And
was close. I feel like it was close.
I have to say, I think students guessed more of the words in my sentence than in this one. Maybe yes. Maybe my revenge was a little too tough. What was the sentence, Johnny?
Listen up, everybody. Listen to this. It was, I need to buy a new laptop, a new lamp for, oh my, for my face. Gee,
You didn't read.
I misread. I completely misread. The sentence was a lamp. I need
Yes,
to
I
buy a new
know.
lamp. And I read it very quickly and I read laptop.
I
So
was wondering why you were doing this if the word was lamp, but you were doing this. And students
well,
guessed sandwich?
uh, and Alexander, no, I was not jumping out of the window. I was mimicking a cave. I mean, that's how people enter into caves. I don't know.
The cave part was good, but yeah, the other part was a little confusing for students with this.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that was hilarious, G. This was another level, and I need to read better. That's the moral too. Those are the things that always happen live. You see?
Aida says, there's an elephant in my office. Kronda says, I'm jumping off from my office. I'm buying a new laptop to go online on internet. Okay.
That
Um,
was creative.
that was creative. Alexander says, I am John and I am jumping through the window.
Oh my goodness. G, I also know you have a class. Do you have 2 minutes
Yes.
for the final round? Students, if you're listening to
I
G,
have a practice session. I don't want to keep students waiting.
That's true. That's true. You're a very punctual teacher, right? And yeah, that's completely fair. So G and everybody, thank you so much. As you can see, I need some acting classes, right? So when you see me in Bogota for the conf, don't be so surprised, right? Yeah, that's why I'm dedicated to English and not acting. So thank you everybody for participating. Don't forget to go and check Gina's course. This workshop is full of vocabulary about the office environment. Thank you, G, for bringing and sharing your knowledge and this fantastic class. Everybody, see you if you are in Bogota. And even if you're not in Bogota, I'll see you this coming Saturday for Platzi Conf. Don't forget to check the challenge. Links are in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next live class. Take care, everybody.
Bye.